Uh,
Hi. Lie down. Oh yeah, it's totally different angle. Pull your knees into your chest. Ah, it's always fun when I've been traveling and I get to this very first pull your knees into your chest, and that's pretty much like it's all right there, all the information, all the poor sleeping, the tight sitting. Ah, you just pull your knees in and wait for it all to unwind. Whatever emotions, whatever things have been stored in your lower back, for when you have a chance to get to them, this is that moment. So let your shoulders relax down. They may be doing something odd, like rounding forward or crunching up. Just let them soften. And I find it very valuable, important in this moment to not fight what's there, to really come into acceptance with whatever is here. And lo and behold, it starts to shift. It really is true that what we resist persists, and what we allow comes up, we see it, and then it moves through. Ah. Certain things are stickier than others. That's for sure. But when we notice them, we can begin to shift them. Just a silly example. I'm in a bit of a beef with the company that makes my bed, and I'm all up in it. And my friend Wilma pointed out, she's like, you need to clear the tension between you and the company, when I just wanted to talk about the thing. And I realized she was right. And when I cleared that, I wasn't so attached anymore. It just became a simple problem. Hold the front of your knees and start to circle them apart, away, together, and in. Now, because my back is tender, and it's funny because I'm of two minds here, but for today, I'm gonna have my toes together on this. So my big toes are really squeezing together, and that gives me a gentle boundary as I do this. If my toes were apart, I'd be flailing a bit more. And the two minds are, sometimes I think this is safer for the back, and sometimes I think it's more risky. Now I'm going the other way, knees together, they push away, apart, and in. So see for yourself what feels right. Do you want your big toes together, or does that feel potentially hazardous? It takes a lot more awareness, focus to keep them together. And today that feels right. Hold the front of your right shin, send your left leg up and start to flex and point that foot. One of the things I hear about consistently is as we age, or people, as we get a little older, we're less juicy. So in the mornings, our feet especially can feel tender, dry, like stiff, and we notice the pain. We notice the pain maybe when we walk. So it's really important to warm this up, to get that synovial fluid moving through the joints before we do anything too aggressive, right? So we want to get it all the tissues more elastic, hydrated. Flex the foot nice and hard. Reach up with your right toes, hook the heel with your first and second toe. And please don't do this be too hard, but just give a little assist to the stretch. Squeezing with your toes, just pinch that heel and stretch it toward the ceiling. Don't overdo it. Okay, let that go and circle the leg as though you've got something on your foot and you're presenting it to the room. So don't flail. Try to stay sturdy, steady, go the other way. Check in with your jaw, your neck. It might be trying to do this for you. A good tip is to lift the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, press it softly onto the palate, and that will help the core wake up, as opposed to you using your neck muscles. Hold the legs still in the center and squeeze the muscles to the bone. Hug the package of the leg tightly to the bone, and then send the leg down to the mat or floor and just let it sink. We've been holding it up there for a bit. Might be a relief just to drop it. Pull the right knee in and circle. This is a nice time to engage the tummy a bit. You can feel it slide toward the floor and engage. Go the other way. And this leg has been relatively still, so it might be happy to move. You might notice a little more sort of joy bubbling. Hold the front of your right shin and pull the knee open toward the right. And smooth down your body with your left hand. I was born in New York City, and there's something about it that feels, I don't know if it's because I was born there, but when I first was walking from the train to my friend's house, Crystal's, it was really, really cold, and I was thinking, God, I couldn't live here now. What would I do with the dogs? I'd have to go out. I was thinking all these negative things really in my head. And within a few seconds, I noticed something, which was that I was grinning ear to ear. So even though my head was thinking negative things, in spite of that, or unrelated to that, the joy rose up. Like the joy in my body, it felt like a blood infusion. Being in the city, that energy, whatever it was, I was grinning ear to ear. And it was like my body told my brain to be quiet. I don't know that that's happened much in my life. It was pretty cool. And then bring your knee into the middle. And it happened when I was pregnant too. I was like, no, you're really happy. Bring your knee into the middle, shift your hips to the right, reach your right arm out to the side and twist. Usually it's my brain noticing it. It was like my body was just happy all on its own. Let your shoulders be heavy here. Reach through your toes and out through the crown of the head. And again, use your left hand, but we're gonna unhike that right hip. We're not gonna do it the way you think, but just to grab it and move it. We're just smoothing the skin and the bones follow. I know I say this every time, but it's pretty cool. And allow a little bit of an arch in your low back. Reach through that right arm to get a little more of a bowstring tension here. And breathe into where you feel it. Big, big breath. Exhale. Reach to that right arm, roll to your back. Hug yourself again. Evaluate. Notice tension, maybe rock a little bit here. Moving the knees slightly away or slightly towards affects where you feel the tension. Explore tenderness, any kind of emotion that might be arising, moving through. Simply notice, let it move through. Hug the front of your left shin, switching the cross of your fingers. Lift your right leg and flex and point. Let's warm up that ankle. The bones and tendons and ligaments here, all so important. And oftentimes we have less circulation making it to the feet, far away from the heart. Hold a nice deep flex. Reach up with your left toes, hook with the first and second toe, And hey, Taylor's joining us. And add a little bit of a stretch here. And hi, Elena joined us too. In that Achilles area, heel. Don't overdo this. And Karen, I'm sort of fascinated that the front of the foot and the sciatica hurt. So I'm just thinking about the front right now and the connection with the front of the tibia, the front of the shin. Let's go ahead and tap stomach 36. So between in the muscle right outside of the right shin bone, a little bit ways down from the knee, just tap there. You can't get it wrong, just tap there. And if you can, tap also between your first and second toe on the footbed. And then release the pincher and the right leg all the way to the floor. Pull that left knee in and let that right side just relax. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't circle it. Sorry. So hold that leg back up and circle. It didn't feel tired enough. Give it a circle clockwise or counterclockwise. Just note it. You're still holding that flex. And then go the other way. Tip of the tongue lifted to the soft palate. Notice how that affects the core right away. And then hold that leg still in the center. Squeeze all the muscle to the bones. Squeeze everything on. And now slowly drop that leg. Ooh, that feels more like it. And circle the left knee. Lubricating inside that hip joint. So important. And go the other way. Hold the front of the left shin, ease that leg over to the left, and with your right mitt, that little mitt iron, the hand iron, just smooth down wherever you need it. Wherever you're holding tension in your torso, hip flexor, really anywhere, tummy. A lot of people hold tension in their tummy. Chest. And then bring your knee into the midline, shift your hips over to the left arm to the side. Oh, and twist. And smooth down that left side with the right hand. Look out over that left shoulder. And let's get those lungs really working to help hydrate everything. In Chinese medicine, there's this belief that or theory that the lungs are the misters of the body. They make this fine mist that hydrates all the organs. They take the nutritive chi, the chi that we get from food, and our life force chi, and our lung chi, and with that combo, it sends that chi, that energy, to all the organs and to make a protective shield around the body called Wei Qi. Reaching through the toes in the crown of the head so you make a beautiful pogo stick. And then reach to the left arm, let it pull you, let it mobilize you onto your back. Hug your knees in once again. This time maybe the knees are further apart. And gently rock side to side, getting more of the inner groin, outer hip. I'm sort of playfully moving my knees as I do this. And if you'd like, reach up and grab the ankles or the outer edges of the feet for a happy baby variation. And that's really heading into some sensation. Press your elbows into your inner knees. It's weird, I remembered I dreamt last night about it was like a workout expert, and they were saying that the deep squat is the most important thing you can do. It's funny. That did not happen, that was a dream. Although I've heard many, many, many people say that. Press the feet toward the ceiling and at the same time pull oppositionally with the hands. And you might notice here, you might bring your attention to your sits bones, and you might notice that one of them is kind of mobile and one of them is kind of stuck. Just note it. Usually the brain noticing it is enough to shift it. Not always, but often. So if we create that isometric tension and then bring our awareness to the sits bones, notice one is moving less. That's all you need to do. And release. Let the feet go, put them on the floor and yawn and stretch your arms back overhead. And then we're gonna sit on up. So come on up to a seat. Hug your arms across so cross your arms. And you're just gonna hug yourself here and start to massage with your little fingers into your traps on the sides of the neck and the neck. And press into that triangle at the back of the shoulders. And between the shoulders and the neck can be very ropey and tight. And then switch the cross and squeeze the shoulders and pinch, kind of squeeze down the arms. And with one hand, massage the forearm to the wrist and the hand. And then the other side. Massage behind the jaw. And the bone behind behind the ear. And the jaw. And then bring your fingers behind the skull, right at the hairline, and gently rub from the hairline, just kind of like rubbing, to that jawbone. Hold it and softly pull. So softly, like just barely, just a little bit of quarter pound of pressure there. Pull even less. And one more time from the base, from the back to the jaw. And just gently hold. Breathe, relaxing the jaw. And this resets the glute muscles for whatever reason. And then you're gonna take your hands and switch the cross of your legs. If you're not comfortable, please find a seated position where you can be comfortable. That might even be on a chair. Hold your knees, or you can sit up on a block or a bolster. And we're gonna start to cat-cow here. Moving the heart forward, lifting the chin, and rounding back. Coordinate this with an inhale as you come forward, and a hollowing out exhale as you go back. At this point, if you are more comfortable or it feels more effective to breathe out through the mouth, go for it, or do this through the nose. Next one, we're going to use our tongue. Inhale through the nose. Stick your tongue all the way out in lion's breath as you exhale back. Inhale, tongue goes in. Up. Lion's breath. One more with that. Inhale, lift. And come to neutral as you exhale, turn the palms up. Just take a few rounds of breath here, with the eyes closed and the palms open. Slide your elbows back so they kind of create more of a framing, opening the shoulders, and your hands can be up or down. There's a slight engagement of the muscles on the back. Lift the crown, lift from the back of the head to the crown of the head. The ears slide back and up. Relax your shoulders a bit if they crunched up at all. And bring your attention to the belly. As you breathe, it fills. As you exhale, it empties. Just 3 rounds noticing. Maybe subtle. And blink your eyes open. Reach the arms up overhead. Let's switch the legs one more time. Reach to your right and bend over. Right hand goes out to the side. Turn and look up to that left arm. Bend that left elbow like a half goalpost and turn toward the left. Inhale, look to the right, straighten the arm. Exhale, bend the elbow, open to the left. Inhale. Exhale, like a lat pull down. Feel your lats as you bend that elbow open. Inhale, look to the right. Pull the belly in, come up, rainbow over to the left. Bend that goalpost, look to the right. Straighten the arm, look down to the left. Bend the elbow, look to the right. And straighten down. And bend. And straighten. Pull the belly in, come on up. Bring either hand over your fist. So make a fist, press one hand on top. Bring this to your heart. In Qigong, they say that this creates a force field around the body of protection. Open your hands, and as though you're gathering the energy from the earth, scoop up a whole big bunch of it from the ground, from the earth, lift it up, and let it just pour over you. Let it wash over you. One more. Scoop up a whole bunch of earth energy, grounding you, helping you to center, and pour it down over you. And bring your hands forward, starting to organize yourself on your mat. If you need any props, make sure you got them close by. I'm just figuring out this new angle. Inhale, arch your back when you're ready. Exhale, round. Inhale, cat-cowing here, lift. And exhale. Inhale, look up. Toes are tucked behind you. Make your way to downward dog. Spread the fingers well, look at your hands and line them up evenly. Spread the fingers and adjust the weight between the first and second finger and the fourth finger. From here, spiral your arms like you're opening jars, that external rotation. Push, the knees can be bent so that when you push your hands forward, you get this lift of the seat. Pull the belly in and up. And check that your neck is resting, that it's able to just descend. The head is heavy. Squeeze the leg muscles without hyperextending the knees. Breathe through your nose. And then walk your feet to where your wrists are. Bend the knees, pull the heart forward as you look up. Exhale, melting down, fold. Palms can touch the ground, and if they don't, bend the knees until they do. Tuck your chin to your chest. Then rise, lift through the heart, circle the arms, look up, reach tall, and send your hips forward as you arch back. Oh, really reach out. Oh, and then come to neutral as the arms come down to your side. Bring your feet together. Feel those big toes kissing, and stand tall, let the chest open, the palms are open. Perhaps you feel a little more grounded, connected to the earth with that energy all around you. You feel that alignment. Tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Inhale, sweep the arms up and look up, stretch all the way. Hips forward, arms back. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Inhale, stretch up, feeling the spine, and step your left foot back. Reach your right arm up for a twist. Level the hips, sweep that right arm over the ear. Now bend that right elbow like a goalpost. Look more to the right. Straighten the arm, look down. Inhale, bend goalpost open. Exhale, reach it forward, look down. It's just what we did seated. Bend that elbow, turn more to the right. Oh. Straighten the arm, look down, and bring the right hand down, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale into a beautiful up dog. Lift that chest up, lift those legs up, tone that booty. Roll over the toes. Down dog and shake out the head if it's necessary. Detach from whatever's sticky. If you can, and breathe. Look up to the hands, step your left foot and then your right foot forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, melt down, no resistance, let the head drip down. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach tall, hips forward, arms back. Exhale, arms down by your side. Voila, palms forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, look up and step your right foot back. Lift your left arm high, square the hips, which usually, at least for me, is a swivel of lifting that right one and squeezing. Bend that left elbow, open more to the left. And then straighten that left arm over the head, look down to the right. Inhale, bend the elbow, look open. Exhale, down. Inhale, twist open, just checking it out. Exhale and look down. One more time, bend that left elbow, goalpost open. Reach it overhead. Nice. Bring the hand down, step back, plank. Low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, up and through, smile, let it open. Yes, and take it back down. Dog, beautiful. See if you can open those shoulders away from your neck a little more. Oh, good. Breathe. Elaine, if you can use the right arm a little bit more, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Find your breath, steady, steady breath, steady mind. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Good. Exhale, fold, let the head drip. Drop down. Beautiful. Inhale, circle the arms. Rise up, arch back. Beautiful. Arms down by your side. Big toes together if that feels right, or slightly apart if you prefer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look up. Step your left foot back, reach the right arm high, twist. Bend that elbow, open it a little more, and then circle that right arm down to the floor. Hold your, not to the floor, but hold your right ankle and lift your left arm up. Modified side angle here. We're pressing our right elbow into the right leg. And then from the right hip, we're trying to press that forward. Look up to the left and reach that left arm over the ear. Look all the way under the arm. Push to the left foot and reach. Push down through that left leg. Come up. Reverse warrior. Right arm goes up. Right hip goes up and back. Stretch. Bring your nose right into your right armpit. Yes. Cartwheel the hands down. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale through. Exhale back. Left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up that hip. Point that knee up. Outer right hip back at the same time for more authenticity, more opening of the actual hip. And then square the hip, step left foot, right foot, feet together. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, up and back. Exhale, arms down by your side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, looking up and step right foot back, left arm high. Bend the left elbow, open the chest. Reach the arm over the ear. Bend that left elbow. Look up. Reach over the ear. Left hand to the left ankle. Spin the right foot down. Press that left arm against the inner shin. Resist with the outer left hip. Right arm over the ear. Modified side angle. Pull up on that left ankle. So there's an upward lift here. Push down with that right foot. Come on up. Left palm turns up. Reverse warrior here. Nice deep stretch along that left side and turn your face into that left arm. Into. Cartwheel, beautiful. Hands to the mat, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through. And down dog. Right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Inner right knee points high. Square the hips, step right foot forward, left foot forward, flat back, fold down. Inhale, rise up, arch back, arms down by your side. Spin the palms forward, inhale, breathe up. Beautiful. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, look up and step your left foot back. Right arm high, twist. Nice. Swivel those hips to their level. Good. Bend that top elbow, open more to the right. Yes. There she is. Sweep that right arm over the ear. Good. One more time. Bend that right elbow. Get those back muscles oiled up and stretch that arm overhead. Spin your back heel down. Grab your inner ankle with your right hand, left arm high. Look forward, reach that right hand forward. Let's come into a gorgeous half moon this morning. Open that left hip. Reach to that left arm, look up. Flex, flex, flex through really both feet. The left one obviously is more obvious, but that right foot too, pushing down through the ball of the foot. Good, tummy in, tailbone long. Very nice. Very nice. Bend your standing knee. Please step back, warrior two. Enjoy, take your time. Settle in, feel the grounding here. That earth element still holding you, still aligning. Looking forward, flip the right palm, reverse warrior. Drink this in here. Getting breath into the lungs, getting that mist through the body. Ah, gorgeous. Cartwheel down, plank. Low push-up. Upward facing goddess. Downward facing. Left leg up, bend the knee, open that hip. And if it suits you, flip it over. And if it doesn't, you'll just stay as you are. If you want, step behind yourself and take a flip dog variation, pulling the right shoulder blade strongly on the back as you reach that left arm behind you or overhead. Lift the tush, opening up that front line. Mindful, come back over, left leg goes up. And you look forward, step it forward. Right foot to follow, feet together, heart up, butt is also up. Exhale, melt. That's some sound. Shake out the stuck stuff, the hard stuff, the sticky stuff. Root and rise up, inhale, arching back. Arms come down by your side. Chest is open, palms are open. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, looking up, and you'll step back with your right foot, left arm high. Bend that left elbow and reach and bend and reach. Left hand to the left ankle bone. Right heel spins down, right arm goes up. Sweep that right arm over the ear, look forward, left hand reaches. Half moon here, and right arm goes up. Find that external rotation in that left thigh, tailbone long, maybe looking up, right ankle flexes. Find that levity. Beautiful. Oh. Then that left knee, step back, warrior two, and take your time. Land softly. Open up. Back leg is key. Left knee is key. Line it up. Joelle, I think you can go longer. You're 5'9", lady. 5'9". Reach forward, flip that left palm up and reverse. Breathe. Let that left knee open a little more, Elena. Reach that arm, Taylor. Straighten that elbow, top elbow. Find it. There are endorphins in there. Might as well get them. Beautiful. Cartwheel the hands down. Plank it. Low push-up. Inhale, gliding through. Collarbone, Sharon. Exhale, back down, dog, beautiful. Right leg high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Flip your dog if you wish. Like Shelby in Shavasana. Hips up, arm back. Wiggle your, actually don't wiggle too much, unless it feels good. Left shoulder blade strongly there, on your back supporting you. Maybe bend that right elbow, maybe that feels good. And straighten it. Maybe bend and straighten, if that feels informative. And then come on back over. Right leg up like a flag. And then step it forward. Right foot, left foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, melt it down. Widen your feet apart a bit, about a foot. Grab your big toes. Hook your thumb around. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, melt here, fold. Elbows bend. And do start with a little bend in your knees. So you can push down through the ball of the big toes. Hug the shins toward each other, spiral sits bones apart. Shoulder blades move toward the buttocks. And then if you want to elaborate, if you want straighter legs, go for it. But, you know, it's really not needed unless it is. Pull with the fingers, press with the toes. Tummy in. Inhale, look up. Hands to your hips, please. Root and rise up. Yeah, feet together and just stand here, feel stuff. Notice yourself here. Let the eyes blink open. Push down through your left foot, lift the right knee up. Option to grab the big toe and have a straight leg. Option to hold the shin. Either way, we're going to take the hands to the hips and just hold the leg up there on its own, building some hip flexor strength. Cool. Never easy. Level the hips, tummy in. Take the leg or the knee on its own over to the right. Now we're going to add just a tiny bit of movement here. You're going to put your right foot down. You hopefully will have some room, or you might have to adjust. It's going to be turned out, right? So it's out at like a angle, 45 degrees or so. Yeah. And then cross behind, left foot crosses behind. And then you're going to kick that right leg out to the side. So it's straight, and you're just going to lift from that hip flexor. And give yourself a little space. We're going to move with this. So cross behind, kick, cross behind, kick, cross behind, kick. So it's traveling. It's just one side. So left foot crosses behind, kick, left foot crosses behind. Taylor, you're switching sides, just one side. And then go further, kick. Yeah, exactly. One more. Good. Good. And come on back and stand. And you might just already feel stronger from that. Just notice your stance. That right side's like, oh. And the left side might even be stronger for it. Just notice, like your glutes might be, mine are more organized and engaged. Let's try the other side, left shin up. You can use the toe at first if you're straightening the leg, and then hold it out there by itself. Knee or leg is good, and just hold. Lifting tall. Try to level your hips, and really feel your right foot standing. Open the leg to the left, hold. That left hip flexor is like, whoa, why? And then we're going to put that left foot down. It's turned out. Right foot crosses behind. Kick with a straight leg out to the left. Give yourself a little runway. And you can do this with the arms out if you like. Cross and really lift your chest. You can point your left toes because it's prettier. You know, hit that line. But we're really talking about the building some strength here. Awesome. Give it to yourself one more time. Across, cross behind, cross behind. Excellent. And then come back to the mat and just feel that your outer hips are more organized. Your spine is being held more strongly. Maybe you have more of the power of that pogo stick thing, down, rooting down and rising up. Tuck the, drop the chin to the chest, over to the right shoulder, up, over to the left shoulder, down. Go the other way. Just relaxing that head. Okay, we're gonna step back with the left foot. You might want your blocks to the right and left of you. And we don't want to go too far. Go have your knees bent and scissor. So pull your left leg forward and your right leg back, like your legs are scissors and you're trying to cut. Now also hug toward the midline. So you're squeezing forward and back and in. Okay, now we're gonna go a little further, and we might already have to bring the hands down to blocks or the floor. Same thing, bend the knees and scissor. And we're gonna go a little further. Now we don't wanna drop into our split and just like sink. We wanna be up no matter what our range is, so that we're using muscles and building power here. So now I've got my right heel on the ground, my toes are flexed. I still want both knees kind of bent, and I'm trying to tone my muscle more than anything. So I'm squeezing my legs toward each other and in. If you want to take this a little lower, you can, but I want you to be very clear that you're in strength more than stretch. Now, I don't know that I can do this. Okay, I'm going to attempt to lift my hands and hold myself up. This is really hard for me, but I'm going to try. So now I can do it if I put my right foot flat. So find that place where you can do this with the hands up. And can you feel your core? Lift that tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And I'm having to use my right butt more than my right butt likes, which is probably great. Okay. And then just to kind of like a reward, you can slide into the flexibility of this for but a moment. Give it a good deep stretch. Maybe rock in and out a few times. And you might notice that the flexible part maybe goes better than you normally think it does. Fall to your right hip, slowing that back leg forward. You're seated on your booty, and just shake the legs out. Just shake them, smack them on the floor. And lean back on an angle. Lift your left knee toward your chest toward your knee. And alternate, marching here. My feet are flexed. I'm trying to use my core and strength to lift that leg. Keeping my core really tight and building intelligence in the hip flexors. Marching here. As I lift the right leg, I'm going to take the left arm high. As I lift the left leg, I'll take the right arm high, adding some arms. Now, the next time I lift my right foot, I'm going to lift both arms and both feet, left foot too. Now, I have my knees bent. You could do this with straight legs. I'm not right now. Lift the chest. Try to get that curve out of it. If you have a curve in your spine, lift your chest. And bring your hands behind you. Plant your feet in front of you. Shift your hips forward like a table. And drop your head back or leave your chin at your chest. Push down through your feet. Kick your right leg up and lower. Left leg and lower. Couple of these. Right leg up, lower. Left leg, lower. Both legs. Kidding. And walk your hands closer to your hips. Bring your seat back toward your hands. And a couple of tricep push-ups. By a couple, I mean 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come forward. See if you can stand up. Inhale. Oh, good. Feet come together. Lift your spine tall, palms open. Melt the shoulders. Notice all the tingling, whatever's going on in your body. That life force, blood vessels, filling with joy, perhaps. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive on over. Inhale, look up and step back with your right foot. Come standing, so you're in this position. hips forward, right foot slightly turned out, like 45 degrees, left foot forward. And bend both knees and start to, my right heel is up a little bit, scissor. You know, I'm actually going to turn the right hip all the way forward. Yeah. And scissor. That's probably pretty comfy. Start to go a little deeper, which would mean taking your feet farther apart. And a little farther. Maybe bring the hands to the blocks or floor. And start to slide more toward Hanuman, the split. But we want to do it from power. My left toes are up, my foot is up except my heel, and I'm trying to use my legs a lot. Cheating more on this side, not sure why. Probably weakness. Now I'm going to plant my left foot and come up. Yeah, I don't know, this side's so different. It's like a different person. It's weird. I don't even understand this side. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, there's like a spot where it's like, whoa, this is an intense thing. So my right heel, Joelle, my right heel is up. You might have a reason for having it down, you guys. So I'm just saying what I'm doing, but and if you can, try it with no hands and just use your legs. Elena, my sense is you need to take your feet a lot wider. But again, I could be confused from angles and who knows. And Taylor, it's really good. I just wonder if wider is just maybe safer. Tongue is lifted. And Karen, does it hurt the feet, I wonder? Yeah, something. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you guys are working, nursing some part of your body with an injury, blocks are amazing. You can put a block. You could do this passively. You could do this with a knee down. There's lots of ways to do this, but what I'm really going for is not Hanuman, but the power. Building power to hold our lower body, to define our glutes, to get that Kundalini energy rising through our spine, that life force that feeds our brain and our spirit. Okay, so I'm going to shut up and do a little more myself. And when you're just exhausted with this, go ahead and take a slide into, and quote unquote feel good. There may not be a place that feels delicious for you or good or any of those words would not be your choice, but if there's a way to find a flexible version of this, which might be one knee, the back knee down, the front leg straight, go for it. Really nice. And when you're ready, lean onto that left side a lot, circle that right leg forward, and give your legs a smack. Shake them out. Bend the right knee into your chest, hold the front of the right shin, and lift your chest to the thigh. Loop your left elbow around the front of the knee, which will fit nicely, and lift again. Push down through your right foot, your right glute, both glutes really, and then twist, look over the right shoulder. Now, because I'm not very strong in that pelvic, in the glute meads holding me, my hips swivel with me. I don't want that. I want that strength I just worked on, that scissoring, to show up here. I want my hips to stay square and hold my spine so that when I twist, I have a beautiful container. I really don't. I have like a jello situation going on. It's like, you know, when you put flowers in that spongy stuff and it holds the stem still, my stem is not being held still. My stem is just floating all over the place. Here's to strong stems, everybody. And then look forward and stretch that right leg out. Reach behind the left knee. There's a trick here. So I go behind the kneecap and it creates a folding chair. It's like those chairs, you're like, how do you fold them? This is how you do the knee without injuring it. So you bring the calf, technically the calf and the back of the left thigh should touch. And the way you do that without injuring the knee is that little folding chair trick. Right arm reaches up as you stamp your left foot down. Hook your right elbow on the knee, sit tall. My breastbone is trying to touch my knee bone. And then create strength, glute medius, outer buttocks, squeezing, holding the spine steady at the base, and then you twist. This side is stronger. As I said before, it's like two very different, my sides are very different, like two different people, different. Lifting tall, look over that left shoulder. And then unwind to the front. Stretch your left leg out, bend both, and then stretch it out, and then bend both knees. Press your heels into the ground, pull your feet towards you. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. So again, my breastbone is touching my, here it's touching my, well, actually my chest is touching my thighs. I'm holding my feet and I'm pulling, actively dragging my heels toward my buttocks to create, a bunch of things are happening when I do that. But what I really want is my lower back to arch, right? You think round, but no, you want it to arch. You want to twerk your buttocks back, which is counterintuitive. So the buttocks go back. Now I'm going to slide in deeper and let my head drop. And still I'm thinking lower back, back bend. I want a little lower doses back there. And then maybe I go further, but maybe not. I don't want to go into flexibility too much. I really want to stay in power. Pulling my legs toward in and active allows my spine to stay awake and not collapse. And so, because I need to work on that, I'm going to lift my head too. So I have an arch in my neck and an arch in my lower back. Now, if that all feels like it's great, you can slide into the relaxation for a moment and just hold. But if you feel any pain, just stay with this because this is the therapeutic rehab way of doing it. Now to come out of it, I want you to lift your chest like you're doing cow pose. So lift and kind of body roll and go ahead and body roll. So my knees are bent and I'm going to take a few body roll, a few snakes here. So head is going to go roll down toward my knees, forward toward my feet, lift the breath, and then axle rose it. So I'm doing a few snakes here. To re-educate my spine, because mine needs some re-education for sure. Now, my arms are forward, my spine feels really much more alive, and I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna round down. So I'm gonna round into that C shape, pulling the belly toward the spine, and down I go, one vertebra at a time. Right knee goes to left elbow. And I'm gonna go right into a bicycle here, side to side. Another great rehab for the back. Yes, it's abs, but the spine loves this. The straight leg is helping the spine release. And the bent knee is helping the core get stronger. So it's a really love win-win here. I'm just playfully moving side to side. I'm gonna check the time. Even that low back strong into the floor. We'll do 10 more each side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a great big hug. Oh, it was not very long ago that we were here And maybe it was just a very different you. Maybe knees to chest feels altogether different than it did when we started. Reach up, take that happy baby. Maybe you hold the feet, or you hold the ankles, or anywhere from the ankle to the knee. Elbows are inside the legs. And as you create an isometric contraction by hugging your shins in and pressing out with the arms, notice if the sits bones are moving more easily from the midline than they did earlier. Maybe there's just no resistance. It's all smooth. So just like our top personality, when we feel safe, we relax, right? When you feel safe in someone's company or in your own house, you relax. When you feel threat, you tighten up. Lots of things happen, we all know. So the body is the same. When you create strength, that creates safety, and then you can relax. Flexibility without strength is weakness. Strength without flexibility is weakness. They really, really need, we need both. Let the feet go. Bring the soles of the feet together on the floor in Supta Baddha Konasana. Interlace your fingers the awkward way, so the way you normally wouldn't. Send the palms to the back of your space as you press your feet together. Press the palms back. And press, if you like, the knees toward the floor. There's a little bit of an arch in the low back, not too big. Just gentle. If you're doing this, if everything's aligned, you'll feel the outer hips sing a bit in a nice way. They just turn on and create boundaries, healthy boundaries here. Can you slide your rib cage back more, your back ribs back? Oh, get them off the lower back. It's really nice. Oh, and then let your elbows relax and bring your arms down, straighten your legs out into a nice wide V. Reach your arms out so now you're an X. Reach out from your right toes to your left fingers to right toes. All toes, all fingers reach. And then like a snow angel, make a snow angel, your arms down to your side, roll your arms and legs. And do put your shoulder blades nicely onto your back. They'll just fit right on there. And you may feel really weird. You may feel awesome right away. But I think most people feel kind of weird for a second. We're not used to being aligned. We're not used to a lot of things. So just give yourself a few moments. Without fidgeting, just to absorb what's happened. Before we move into the deeper, more powerful integration of Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And at the top, right when you think you're full, breathe in more through your nose, another sip, so that it's uncomfortable, and hold. And then we're gonna sigh out. Dramatically. Do another one, deep breath in. And sip in more. And that was very dramatic. And one more. Inhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And let your body go. Let it all relax heavily. Turn it over to the floor. Turn it over to the earth. For composting and recycling, whatever it is, we no longer need to carry ourselves. Whatever it is, we no longer need to carry all by herself in our body. Turn it over to the earth. She'll take care. Please take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, stretch your arms behind you and your legs out in front of you. Notice your new elasticity. Elasticity in the body. Does it correlate to elasticity in the brain? Maybe a little. New neurons, new connections, new networks. I think so. Draw your left knee in, roll to your right. We're going to come straight up to a seat. And sit with your less comfortable leg, your less habitual leg in front. When you have in front less. And maybe even grab your sits bones and move them evenly apart from the midline and sit atop, like right on them. Squeeze the outer, well, it's good from the feet, depends what works, but flex your feet and draw in. If your pelvic floor muscles work great, good. Squeeze those and let them lift you up. So there's this real lightness, this buoyancy, this ease to being you. Reach your arms up. Call that sunlight in. As you bring your hands to prayer, let that prayer come down. In front of the lips, in front of the heart. We'll stay here with the elbows pointed east and west. When the thumbs representing you and the pinkies representing what you're giving out to the world. Finding your prayer of truth. Sing it out through the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. Raise your thumbs to the third eye, acknowledging your intuition, your ancestors, your innovative ideas, your playful self, bowing to your own body, to your own self who brought you to your mat, to this practice, to this world, thanking one another, our community, thanking your loved ones, thanking all beings, all reflections of ourselves, of God. Thank you. Sit up tall.
I hope you have an incredible day and week, and I'll see you guys next week. I really honor all of you and the courage that you all have and inspire others with in this life. Thank you so much. Bye, you guys.